lonesome road set my soul on fire. Thinking back before I left, the passions I desire. Can you help me?
Hello, welcome. Good seats. How y'all doing? Boy, we had a party here last night. How many people were here last night? Yeah, the smart ones, they came back. All right. Well, we thank you so much. We're so glad to be here at Stuart's Opera House, this historic music hall. And they've done such a great job over the years of bringing this place to life. And now the spirit of the Fur Peace Ranch is right here, and we're working together. And we're feeling really good about it. We're feeling really good about it. I want to let you know we're doing, have you all seen the Jorma and John podcast, Roads and Roads? You need to turn it in. Check it out. It's on Fur Peace YouTube channel, no charge. There's 5 episodes up there already, and we've got some good ones coming. But we're going to start up the show tonight, and when we bring the guys out here, I'm going to prep them with the question, and then Vanessa has worked the crowd coming in tonight to get some great questions. So we're going to feed it to the guys when they come up here. But do not worry, you'll get a full set of music, and it's going to be another great night. So
I think to start, though, as John said, welcome and thank you for supporting local music, local venues in your town. And for those of you that came in from Austin, New York, North Carolina,
someone from
Arkansas, thank you very much. For those of you that are and may not be familiar with Stuart's Opera House, look behind you. The exits are right behind the sound engineers. Like I said last night, open the doors, run like hell. That's all.
And also, Stuart's is always looking for volunteers to do ushering. If you're all inclined, talk to any of the black shirt folks that work the Stuart's Opera House, and they could let you know about that opportunity. Now,
I wanted to mention that the Roads and Roads, which is housed on Fur Peace TV, which is our own YouTube channels, has 7.2 million viewers. So you could be part of that if you're not already.
I think they could make it 8 million if they get on there.
Okay,
you know?
all righty.
All right.
Where
well,
are they?
Let's bring them out. Ladies and gentlemen, Hot Tuna! All right. Well, you know, ooh, that's a nice bass. We could have talked about that, Jack. Mm-hmm. Well.
Yes.
Jorma and Jack.
Yes. Yes, John.
I would like to ask you guys to go way back in time to June 16th through the 18th of 1967.
I remember it like yesterday.
Just like yesterday. You're sharp, Jorma.
I was 5.
I knew you liked younger women. I guess so, you know. Anyhow, Jorma, Jack, Monterey Pop Festival.
Monterey Pop.
And boy, you all know about that, right? Now, there were other music festivals. However, they do consider it to be the first major rock festival, and also the beginning of the Summer of Love era.
You know, John, since you invoked the Summer of Love, I don't think you and I have discussed this before, so I need to set the stage just a little bit for where you're going with this Monterey Pop. So before we went to play Monterey Pop, and you'll get into the depths of what that meant, et cetera, for some reason it seemed to make sense to the extended Jefferson Airplane family to go to this Zen monastery in Tassajara, way in the middle of nowhere down there in the mountains of coastal California and stuff like that. I think then we realized that we were sleeping on the floor with like a wooden block for your head, and
they didn't allow meat.
And you just couldn't get a good steak, so we didn't last long at the Zen monastery.
Well, you got the Zen spirit.
Next stop,
Jorma.
Monterey and the Pop Festival. Take it, John.
Monterey Pop Festival, just so you all know, boy, Otis Redding, Jimi Hendrix,
Wow.
Big Brother with Janis, The Animals, Booker T and the MGs, Ravi Shankar, The Who, Buffalo Springfield, Butterfield Blues Band, Quicksilver. What a festival. And of course, our favorite group of the whole festival, the Jefferson Airplane, was there also.
Was it the Butterfield Blues Band or was it Electric Flag?
You know, Jorma, they put them both on there. In fact, I was going to ask you about that because I didn't know if Bloomfield had jumped to the flag already.
Right, he had, yeah.
At that point, maybe?
I think that was a maiden voyage of the flag.
Okay. Well, what I was going to ask you is anything that was so memorable to you from the festival or the music that you stayed around and heard that day?
Well, I guess for me it was, first of all, you could just, when you see pictures of it by today's standards, it was a tiny festival. I doubt there was 10,000 people there, which for a festival is not that much, but I remember getting to see Ravi Shankar right there on the lawn. That was pretty cool.
What was interesting also was a lot of the bands that were out there that we wanted to see were there. So if you weren't on stage, then you were part of the audience. That was great. So I got to see Otis Redding, of course, backed with Booker T and the MGs, of which I knew about Booker T and the MGs because I still had my 45 of Green Onions. And
of course.
But to see the band in action and to watch it, and of course, so many of these people, their careers moved on with Bill Graham harvesting a lot of these, if not all of these acts, to play the Fillmore in the next couple of years. So Jimi Hendrix, of course, played the Fillmore, and we did shared bills together, and we got to be friends, and so it led to a lot of stuff. You know.
Very cool. Well, thank you guys. Because we have such limited time, we're going to go to Vanessa, who's got some great questions from the audience.
So you never see me on the Roads and Roads podcast. So this is a little weird. I'm grateful. Thank you for letting me be a part of your show.
Yeah, but
I work behind the scenes with the wonderful Andy Walla, who does all of our filming.
Wonderful. Wonderful's a good word for her.
You can hear me, though, because when Jorma is Jorma.
And sometimes he just has to be.
Sit up straight.
No. I think you've heard me snort laugh a couple of times when he said some. See, it's our show, so we can actually say some of those things that we can't say on NPR. NPR, by the way, public broadcasting. Please support public broadcasting. Don't make me rant.
No. Stick to the questions.
You don't want that.
You know.
Okay, first question. This actually came in last night. Our good friend Jeff Anderson, who was actually taken bass classes from you long ago, he would like to, some people have heard this story, can you talk about the origin of the bass that you are playing tonight? What is so special about that bass?
All right. It's a long story, but I'll make it short. This bass, Owsley Stanley, who is known for a couple of other things.
Hear, hear.
Besides electronics, mental electronics, I believe he was known for. But in any case, he's one of those guys that no matter whether he's tinkering on his MG or in electronics or in the lab, he really had a wonderful mind. And we got together a number of times in Berkeley, and we were talking about electronics bass. I told him my father and I built Heathkit amplifiers together, and we bonded over that sort of stuff. And I told him, I've got this new Guild bass. I just started playing the Guild short scale hollow body from the Fender jazz bass. And I said, I'd really love it to be a little more, have more fidelity to work on. So we put our heads together and started working on the electronics to bring it up to a higher standard of fidelity. And there's a lot of stuff in here, but basically the goal all the time is to get it to sound. I was always chasing the sound of a stand-up bass, so I wanted more fidelity out of the instrument, and it worked out pretty well.
But what happened with that bass?
You mean all the knobs and all that kind of stuff? Oh, what
No.
happened? Well,
No.
Well, so I had the bass, and we
Segue.
did. Jorma and I, all of our early Hot Tuna stuff, and from I think the fourth album on, Crown of Creation, I was using this bass, and because I could get a lot of interesting sonic qualities with it when I worked with. The Versatone amplifier could get sustain and distortion, all that. So it was just roaring along great the first year of its life. And Jefferson Airplane did a concert up in Seattle later on in 1968. And I believe after show, Jorma and I were involved in chasing something. I can't remember what it was, And I put the instrument down, and I think he had a satchel with his ID in it and all that, and we're making a phone call for some reason, and the bass got stolen along with your ID and
Passport,
and all that
gone.
kind of stuff. Yeah, and then it was gone. So I ordered two basic instruments of the Starfire Bassist Guild. I think one from Chicago Music, we found one, and one in Palo Alto. I sent you that thing. That's where they met at the music store. Didn't you used to work at that music store?
No, that was Garcia worked in that store. I was in
what
San
that came
Jose.
from. Okay. So anyway, I ordered a couple. One I had that's in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame right now, hanging next to a psychedelic flower suit that I was wearing at the time. And the other one I still have at home. That's almost never been played since that time. But in any case, and I moved on. We played the other instruments, and then 45 years later, I believe, I was wondering. I said, I got a Facebook page. What do you think? I'll put it on. Put pictures on there. This is 2015, I think it was, and said, what do you think? And then Jorma, you can take it from there.
Yeah, well, this friend of ours said, you're going to want to get a hold of Jack, because I just found out where his bass was, and the guy that owns it wants to give it back to him.
Yeah.
So he wasn't the guy that stole it. He's the guy that bought it at a pawn shop or something like that. So we set up, or so he said. Anyhow, so we set up the mysterious phone call with you. You need to call this guy. That's how I remember it.
Yeah, Jorma gave me a phone call one morning and said, Jack, somebody's going to call you. Answer the phone because he won't recognize who it is. And this gentleman called me and told me he thought he had the bass and all that. So it was great. I said, fantastic. He'll send it down. Can I pay you or anything? He said, no. I said, I'll give you one of my Jack Casady basses instead. He said, great. So we traded all that, and I got the bass. And amazingly enough, it hadn't been worked on, or the electronics weren't messed with. They were, old and scratchy and all that stuff. I took it up to Rick Turner, who made my first Olympic bass. God bless him, and may he rest in peace. And he checked all the electronics and the instrument out and got it in good running order. And then still I didn't quite get back into it because I've been playing a long scale bass. And then about a year ago, when we figured out this sort of configuration, I thought I'd break it out, and I love it. So here I am playing it again after a half a century.
And we're glad you did.
Excellent answer.
This has to be a quick one because that one was 10 minutes over.
I'm
Sorry.
exhausted.
That was a detailed answer, though. That
I'm
was
ready for a
It was
break.
fabulous.
That was
It
deep. That was
fabulous.
deep.
Thank you
Deep.
very much. Okay. Keep this under a minute.
Jorma, you answer this question.
What's under? There isn't anything under a minute. Well,
Out
What?
of all the musical... Okay, out of all the musical advice you've received, you've probably received a lot, what stuck and who gave it to you?
What are you going to do when the bubble bursts? My father.
What did you tell him, Jorma?
My dad may rest in peace, was a great guy, but he was very mercurial. And by this time in my life, I knew when to keep my mouth shut, and that was the moment right there.
That's under a minute. For me? Well, I had a music teacher that just set some good habits very early in my life. Harry Voorhees. He was my first a guitar teacher. He was a big band guitarist, and he just taught me some good basic finger positions that just stayed with me the whole time, and he just got me off on the right foot. I'm very grateful to him.
Fabulous.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Now, how about a wonderful, warm welcome for Hot Tuna?
Well, get down, child. Got to find another way. Stop running out and out. That ain't no way to spend the day. I hear people talking about the time that you spend living in the clouds. Hear your spirit singing loud. We'll walk in the shadows with 1,000 shining mirrors all around. Like some lonesome princess trapped in a rainy underground. Thinking about tomorrow, well, you never mind today. In a world that's filled with sorrow, you're a winner still, that anyone can say.
Hey, thank you so much.
troubling mind. I'm blue. I won't be blue always, 'cause the sun gonna shine. Well, my back door someday. Baby gone long, she's gone. She won't be gone always. Well, the sun gonna shine. Well, my back door someday. I hear people talking long. Talking night and day. Well, the sun gonna shine, I know. Well, my back door someday. Take a walk down by the river. Or take my rocking chair, and I said, if them blues don't leave me, we'll rock away my care. Take a walk. By that lonesome railroad line, that 219 special, pacify my worried mind. Troubling mind, I'm blue. I won't be blue always. You know the sun gonna shine. My back door, I said the sun gonna shine. My back door, oh well, the sun gonna shine in my back door someday. Thank you. Thank you so much. Winter's been a long, long time. Summer's here again. I've been trying to make you mine since I don't know when. Way your soul, let you fly, make me love you more. Spirit moon next to mine, what I'm living for. Oh, don't hold on, little baby Lord, reach out to you. You know I'm doing my best. Bring you around, swing you into view. I can barely see your face and you can look at mine. We can feel each other move together down the line. Well, one more time, I'm asking you, let this moment be. All our lives can enter time till eternity. Well, please don't let pride run free, make me pass you by. There's a place there for us if we only try. With what we got together now, rest ain't hard to do. You can see it ain't no jive on my love for you.
All right, are you ready for more hot tuna? All right. Before we're gonna bring them out and we're gonna do one more question. Ladies and gentlemen, please bring them out. A nice warm welcome, Hot Tuna! All right, should we talk about the question, the winner? The winner?
So we'll do the t-shirt first. If you've been following our social media, fabulous. If not, shame on you. We said that with every ticket that was purchased last night and tonight to either one of these shows, we would enter your name into a drawing to win a vintage Hot Tuna shirt. So this was... no.
That's vintage.
This was actually Jorma's shirt, worn by Jorma.
It smells like the Capitol Theater.
So isn't that a great shirt? So last night the name that we picked didn't surface. So the second name, or what? Rick Nelson got it.
Ricky Nelson was here
It
last.
did say. It said
Hot freaking
tuna on the back 3 times. So here's the shirt. Here's the winner. You're not going to believe this. We picked Michael Monahan. Where are you, Michael?
Where's Michael
Where are
at?
you, Michael? There you are.
Jump on down. No, don't jump, Michael. Don't jump. We'll bring it to you.
Yeah. Come by afterwards.
Now, I'm not sure the shirt's going to fit you, Michael, but...
Yeah, what part of the body are you going to put in that shirt?
Okay. Just one more question.
Uh-oh.
This is from Dr. Joe.
I'm pleading the fifth.
This is for both of you.
Uh-oh.
During your live performance, what's the role improvisation plays in the direction of the song?
That is a deep question.
Imperfect memory. No, I mean, it's like I mean, that's an interesting question, actually. I'll pass it to Jack in a sec. So I think the way I look at it is, first of all, you have to know how the song goes. And then, especially if guys like us that play the same songs a lot, you just got to throw something new into it. And maybe you learn something new. Like all of a sudden, that
it's
minor
in
ninth
every
says,
song.
you got to use me somewhere. And I guess, you just take chances, and sometimes it works out better than other times. And if you like it, then you'll do it again, but then it's not improvisation anymore. Well, what do you think, Jack? How would you...
It's in different sections of the song, you try to maybe connect them a little different. We often talk about how one of the reasons we like to stay on the road and go to different places on the road rather than have them all come to us, so to speak, is that different feeling you get in every venue, and also from night to night. So we try to tap into that, and that plays itself out in the notes that come out of the instrument. It really comes from the heart and the way you hear it that evening, and the interaction that we get going.
And let's not, we don't want to minimize the luck factor either. Anyway.
Absolutely. I mean, you throw the ball up, maybe it bounces off your head, or maybe you catch it. Who knows?
Well said, Jack. Well
Hot
said.
Tuna.
Thank you, Vanessa. Thank you, John. Soypin, right? Bright shining way, living in the shadows, trying to be the master of tomorrow's slave. Down in the mine, circle round a diamond, the serpent of your expectation sleeps a nervous dream, circled so fine, like a velvet palace, whiles away the passing hours, not being what he seems. Beating up like firefly, and now he's moving too far. Will they want them more? Blue skies, free throws of mansion land.
We cannot stay by the crystal mountain. The serpent of dreams left his shadow lair. Diamond remains, rain in its cavern. No one to see, no one left to care. Certain friends have come and gone. Down the hill they're moving on to the lakes and forests and dale. They will find tomorrow's rise, bring them all bluest skies, freeze the lonesome banshee in his wail. Well, flowers today, blooming by the pathway, lining the edge of tomorrow's grave. Bright shining way, living in the shadows, trying to be the master of tomorrow's slave. Trying to be the master of tomorrow's slave.
Thank you.
Little battle? That'll never happen.
Hang on a sec. We didn't do that first set, did we? Oh, thank God. Thank goodness.
They won't remember anything.
Count it off there, big fella. Well, I met a gal at a cabaret. Pretty papa going my way, mad to know. Well, what it's all about, said, bring me home just to throw me out, broke my nose, and split my head. Don't let me catch you here again. Through the kitchen, out through the door. Head got sore, well, never happened no more. Happen no more. You know, I live in Chicago long, winter and fall hard. Wear my overalls, got broke, was my fault. Used to eating pork chops and leaving us all. Met a gal, big mink coat, fancy, calling him for the footboat. Pulled the gun and she took my dough, didn't get mad, didn't get so well, never happened no, happened no more. Well, I met a gal, cabaret, pretty papa going my way, mad to know what it's all about. Says, bring me home, just throw me out, broke my nose, and split my head on the mirror. Catch you here again, through the kitchen, out through the door, here with you. Head got so well, never happened no more, happened no more. Well, never happen no more. That'll never happen no more. Take your time. Life don't have to rhyme. Flying across the sky, but no wonder light your way. But listen to your heart. She knows where to start. Safely hand in hand, the moment as it says. Well, all my songs from yesterday keep my heart in line. Had I listened to all that noise, well, I'd still be marking time. Wait no more, your hands upon the door. Clock it sings a song with a smile upon his face. You'll never find the time lest you heed the sign. Life is but a dream. Do you stand alone? Well, now all my songs from yesterday keep my heart in line. Had I listened to the noise, well, I'd still be marking time. Make your move. You've nothing left to prove. Only time will tell what's hiding in the wind. Take your time. Who knows what you'll find? May all your fates be kind. Take your time. Take your time.
Thank you.